So what is up? So it's Tuesday, February 7th, 2017. Oh man. And here I am. It's been the end of a long day. It's been a long day. At least it feels like that to me. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I just kept waking up. I was having really vivid dreams last night, and since it's the first time I had all day to myself, I was thinking to myself, I should look this up. So, okay. So I was thinking that the first thing I should do. It says here, there's this one article that I looked up, how to analyze your dreams and why it's important, right? So, I had two specific dreams that I had last night that were so vivid, like I could hear noises. Because usually when you dream, like at least from my recollection, like you don't really hear noise. It's almost like watching a silent movie, you know? So you see images and, and it's usually like a rapid fire of images or thoughts that you're having. It's not necessarily like it's not necessarily like watching moving pictures all the time. To me it's like sometimes images, but last night I felt like one dream was just scenarios and everything was moving. So it was kind of odd for me, but yet again I know people that have like movie type dreams all the time where they're moving around and you see everything around them is moving. So I don't know, it depends, and the way I see it, I mean, like everybody dreams every night. It's just a matter of how much you could recollect when you wake up, right? So anyway, I'll read part of this article. It says here, dreaming is non-essential when it comes to survival as a body, but it is essential with regard to our development, evolution as metaphysical beings. Dreaming is the communication between our conscious mind and our unconscious mind, helping people create wholeness. Dreams are the bridge that allows movement back and forth between what we think we know and what we really know. So my question, my main question when I'm reading all that is, wait a second. If that's really the case, right? If that's truly, really the case, then why is it that when I wake up in the morning, I'm wondering if when I wake up, is that part real? Or is the part that, and when I'm waking up, is this part the dream? Right? Dream analysis is a key component in the process of becoming whole as a person. Dreams reveal a person's deepest desires and deepest wounds. So analyzing your dreams help you gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Okay. So let's take that into consideration, and we'll talk about, I'll go ahead and I'll share like the two dreams that I had last night. So one dream that I had, I was like walking through a metropolis. I didn't know what city it was. Nothing seemed familiar. Like if this was a city that existed on Earth, I would never know in a million years what city it is, because it's like a city I've never seen before, with like configurations on buildings I've never seen. Because usually you can tell what city you're in by the tallest building, because and if you're unsure what that building is, of course people are going to look it up. I mean, there's like a website devoted to buildings, right? let's see, where, I'm trying to see where it is. Well, you could just go to Wikipedia, but I remember there was a specific site. I think it was World Atlas, maybe? But anyway, let me go ahead and see here. See if I can find this. Huh. Alright, so there's this one site called 24/7 Wall Street. And here it shows the tallest building in every state. So, anyway, kind of sidestepping a little bit. So anyway, I'm walking through this metropolis, and it's like, it's kind of like dusk. So it's not necessarily like nighttime. And I don't recall if I was dreaming in color or not, you know, but I do recall the metropolis. And I was walking through, and you know how you have people standing outside of establishments trying to tell people to come on in. So I was walking past. I walked by like a comedy store, like, well, not the actual comedy store, but a place where comics come and try to make, you know, entertain people, right? So I was walking past, listening to this one dude talking, and I didn't really pay too much attention. Just saying, hey, we have a show starting in about 30 minutes. Come on in. So I walked past him, kind of like, you know, just, I didn't wave at him or anything, just kind of like nodded my head, kept walking down the street. And then I saw a building, like not necessarily a building, but a store that I did recall that was in New York, but I was clearly not in New York. Okay, I was not in the Lower East Side, and it's this name of this store called Trash in Vaudeville, right? And I was like, what is this? I was like, and it was on the wrong side of the street, because when you're walking down St. Mark Street in you know, in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, Trash in Vaudeville, if you're walking down St. Mark Street, it's on your right side. And I'm like, I'm looking at the street, I'm seeing the comedy store, then I see Trash in Vaudeville, it's on the left side. And there's no comedy store anywhere near Trash in Vaudeville in New York. So I'm just like, wait a second, what's going on here? I didn't know that they created a second Trash in Vaudeville, right? So I was like, okay. So I'll go ahead and go inside, right? And like, just so, let's see. Alright. So the retail store for Trash in Vaudeville, I mean, like, this is what it looks like, okay? Hold on a second here. Just so I could have you guys take a look at what it looks like here. Wait, hold on a second here. Right. So this is what it looks like. So this is Trash in Vaudeville. Alright? So this is Trash in Vaudeville right here. As you clearly see, it's like, it's kind of like, it's located, you know, it's like, it's 2 floors, right? It's 2 floors, and it's literally one of the last remaining, quote-unquote, old school remnants of the Lower East Side that still remain, because a lot of stores, record shops, and whatnot have closed down, and mostly there was no fault of their own. It's just basically the owners of the buildings that they had their store set up, you know, sold out to more lucrative contracts with more commercialized or mainstream stores, right? So, but Trash in Vaudeville managed to stay alive through all this, okay? Through all this. I mean, you could still technically order whatever you want, you know, online, and order it online, but if you want to go to the retail shop, this is where you go to, okay? All right. So anyway, so I walk in, and the configuration's exactly the same, just as I recall it. it was 2 floors, right? And I was like, okay, let's go and take a look. I used to come in here with my friends all the time. Like my best friend Ellen, we'd go in there all the time when we were growing up because, well, not when we were teenagers to young adults because, she was into that kind of fashion. And then, like, a couple of our other friends, they would buy stuff. I mean, there was never really anything my size per se. They didn't have anything big and tall, And even when I was a senior in high school or in my first or second year in college, I mean, I was already wearing like 2XL of everything. So, I never really bothered to buy anything like pants wise. Because remember at the time I was wearing size 40 jeans and size 40 jeans, and I was wearing 2XL at the time. I mean, now I'm wearing, it depends. Like, I'm still wearing 44 jeans, but I have to wear a belt on or else they fall down, and I have 42 jeans now. So I'm getting close to like my college weight, my high school weight. I'm not quite there yet. I have another like 40 pounds to go, I think, until I get there. But anyway. So I go in and, and I see all the staff. I mean, everybody's kind of dressed, kind of like they were going to a club. For the most part, and they're pretty much wearing the wares that they sell, so it's kind of like a personification of the whole ambiance of the place, because there's not that many stores that retail stores that cater to I guess the quote unquote club kid style of fashion or whatnot. Yeah, Slappy would know. Slappy knows where that is because this is all in the New York area. But like I said, I was not in New York. And then, I was talking to people and looking around, and I remember specifically there was this belt that they were selling. And the belt was like 2 loops. It was 2 loops, so it was, it was a double loop, and it went down half of the belt, and then the other half of the belt, there's just like tiny little metal divots on the other side of the belt, so I was just like, wait a second, I had a belt like this when I was a teenager, and I don't remember what happened to it. But then I just recalled, I remember I was in college and I had that belt with me, and one day that belt was just missing. Like, somebody took my belt. I guess there were people over the night before, and somebody was thieved it, and I was just like, I'll go ahead and I'll just buy another one the next time, because we didn't even really cost much. I remember the belt only cost like $15, but I never saw that belt again, until last night in my dreams. So anyway, that was it. So I don't know what the heck that meant. I didn't really see anybody I knew from my life in that dream. But then I woke up from the dream. It was like 3:30 in the morning. Got myself a drink, and then went back into my room, decided to put on some YouTube, and I decided to watch some nature documentary, because I knew that I was half awake, and I didn't have to leave the house until 8 o'clock, so I had a little bit of time. So eventually I fell back asleep, and then when I went to sleep the second time, I had a vivid dream that I was like out in like some kind. It wasn't like metropolitan area. Like, it was definitely, I definitely felt like I was in the suburbs. But in the midst of the suburbs, there's a huge zoo. Hey, what's up, Brittany? There's a huge zoo. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? Right? I was like, what is going on here? So, I see in the front, there's like a long line of people wanting to get into the zoo. And it's a much bigger zoo than where it should be. Because like I said, it is, we're in the suburbs. Like, there's like a Chili's and Applebee's, all your fast food restaurants, it looks like that kind of area. And yet there's this huge, there's like this huge freaking zoo in the middle of it. So I'm like, okay, all right, so this is one of those situations where I'm asking myself, what am I going to do? do I decide to go into the zoo and just see what's inside, or just kind of walk past and go about my day? And I was actually thinking that in my dream, you know. And then when I looked up into the sky, I like saw like this huge bird flying across the sky, but flying towards the zoo. And it was like one of those types of, you know, it was one of those types of birds that it wasn't like a raven because it was white. It wasn't black. But it seemed like the wingspan and the shape of the bird reminded me of a raven, but it was a white raven. So I'm like, okay, I guess I should go into the zoo. So I was on the line and I was ready to go in, and I woke up. So I never went into the zoo. But I was on the line and boom. So it's one of those things, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, last week my fill-in show, you know, Greg and I were going over like what, you know, through Rotten Tomatoes, we're going through like the top 100 movies of all time, but we were analyzing if a movie should even be there or not, and we wound up, you know, we wound up only getting through the top to like the first quarter of it. So between 100 and 75. So we managed to get that far into it. But when it comes to like TV shows that are on right now, I mean, you can tell that even though it's not necessarily, you know, I'm trying to phrase this the right way. Even though you can tell that these are more modernized shows, as opposed to like, you know, TV shows that we saw from like the 50s and the 60s, like Andy Griffith's show, I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners or whatnot, you know, even though those were amazingly good shows at the time. I mean, there are shows now that, despite if it's a period piece, kind of like Stranger Things is a period piece, because that one's based in the 80s. By the way, have you guys seen the trailer for season 2? They put up a teaser video for season 2 of Stranger Things. Hold on a second. I mean, I obviously can't play it, but I can give you the link to it. A second here. All right, so here's the teaser. I can give you the link so you guys can see it on your own. Hold on a second here. If I can get to it. All right. Hey, Albie, what's up, bro? All right, so that's the link if you want to see the Stranger Things 2 teaser trailer. Like I said, since we don't show videos anymore, I can't show it. But there you go. So there's the link to it. Okay. But it was cool because it basically gave a clue of who the big bad is in season 2, and I thought it was kind of cool. You know, and obviously they showed that. I guess they showed that during the Super Bowl. You know, speaking of the Super Bowl, I did not see it until the very end. I got a text from my brother, and he was like, "Are you seeing this game?" And my brother is in Denver, right? And he's like, I can't even tell if he's a big of a Broncos fan as I am, you know. But he texted me. He was like, "Dude, are you even seeing this game? It's like the Patriots are in the midst of the the biggest comeback in history." And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, are you kidding me?" Right? So, what's up, Aussie? So, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and see what's going on. So I go into the living room, I turn on the TV, and it's like the Patriots' last drive right before they tied it up. So I'm sitting here watching. It's like, oh God. I was like, they're not gonna win this game, are they? But yeah, alas, as you know, they won the game. And LOV definitely, she was the happiest. She said it was the best Super Bowl she's ever seen. They came back from a 25-point deficit and won the game. Unbelievable. So I promised LOV that tomorrow I'll try to give her a nice little Patriots backdrop tomorrow. Oh man, so we'll see. Because everybody knows she's the biggest Patriots fan. I actually made the cover photo of my Facebook profile showing a Patriots ring, but of course Vladimir Putin is wearing it. So that's all kinds of fun. Hold on a second here. What's going on here? People are writing weird stuff online. Huh. People are... Alright, so here it is. Over here. I'll just show this. So basically, this is basically what I wrote. And that's my cover photo. Yes. Yes, you got Robert Kraft asking the president to talk to Putin about getting his ring back. I don't know what's gonna happen, but at the same time, I had to make sure that that I gave props to her team winning the Super Bowl. So there it is. So anyway, when talking about some of the shows that are on TV today, it kind of amazes me how some of these shows, they put a lot of depth into it. Okay. Like, for example, obviously, a favorite of a lot of people, two shows that I know are a favorite of a lot of my friends, like either in the vaping community or outside of it, for that matter, is Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, American Crime Story, Westworld. Those are some of the like the biggest like shows that are on TV now that Oh my God, Brittany, dude, absolutely. But when we talk about some of my favorite shows that have come out, that absolutely has blown my mind away. So the first one I talk about, like I was kind of like hinting at it earlier when I was watching like a nature documentary on YouTube last night when I woke up, and that first show is from, Richard Attenborough is the narrator for this, and the name of the series is called Planet Earth 2. Now, I guess they showed it on the BBC late last year, but they're showing it here in the United States. I don't even know if it came out yet in the United States, because usually what they do when it comes to epic events like that, they would show it in the United States, but they would show it with an American narrator, which I don't understand, because listening to Richard Attenborough narrating these nature documentaries, it's almost like he's the nature documentary guy. Like, just kind of like before, when there used to be when you had for trailers, movie trailers at one point, there was this movie trailer guy. It was the same dark, raspy, thick voice that narrated movies. Anyway, after he passed away, it's like the people that took over those duties of narrating trailers to movies. I mean, they all, in a sense, always wanted to give props to the originator, the original guy, you know. And it's the same for nature documentaries, you know. And if anybody hasn't seen the Planet Earth series, I highly suggest they watch the first Planet Earth series, which is 8 episodes first. And then after that, come and watch Planet Earth 2, which got released. It's absolutely amazing. You know, they talk about like, you know, let's see here, iguana hatchlings chased by snakes, famished lions making Ocean's 11 Ocean's 11, you know, basically come together and trying to kill a giraffe because they're starving. They talk about underdogs battling desperate odds. You know, and they're showing it as it happens in nature. You know, I don't know, I'm into it. I'm like totally into it. I mean, I love nature documentaries, and I would tell anybody who has a short attention span to totally watch that. Absolutely, totally watch it. It's only 6 episodes, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. So he did. I mean, not only that, he does a lot. I mean, like, I think the first one he ever did was The Life of Birds, and that came out in like in the 80s, I think, or the early 90s. You know, that's the first nature documentary he did that was like a long running, that was like a shortened series. So, you know, I totally commend him. I'm like so into it. 4K TV. My neighbor across I live in a cul-de-sac. My neighbor across the cul-de-sac was like talking about it. He just picked up one, spent a boatload of money on it. I don't know how much, but I mean, I haven't personally seen a 4K TV up close. I don't know. I mean, how is it different from like? I mean, I thought that the big TV was plasma TVs. I mean, they're still kind of expensive, aren't they? I don't know. You know, and then obviously, there's this other show that came out. It was like the middle of last year. It was an 8-part show also. And basically the name of the show is called The Night Of, and it came out on HBO, and from people in Europe, it came out on Sky Atlantic last year. And you know, and it's about a Pakistani American who's a cab driver, right? And he left a crying. He slept with this woman that he had met, and when he woke up, she was next to him, but she was dead, right? So what did he do? He left the crime scene, and obviously, you know, it looked like he was the guy that did it, but as the, you know, like I said, it's an 8-part show. But as it went on, and you see that he's in jail and he's being accused of the murder, and he's about to go to court for it. You know, he's spending his time at Rikers Island. This is a guy who's like an honor student at NYU, or Columbia, you know. But it shows, you know, like little by little how this is simply not the case. That it was somebody else. And then it walks you through, but the sad part about the whole thing is that while this process is going through to try and exonerate this kid, well, this young adult, he basically goes through all the things that you would go through in jail. I mean, like, what is it you go through, you know, what happens to you in jail? He has to deal with all of those things, except being somebody's girlfriend, because I guess the most powerful person politically in the jail actually protects him from almost from day one. But in the process of protecting him, he becomes his underling and helps him control the jail. And part of that is controlling the drug trade within the jail. And unfortunately, he succumbs to the temptations of jail. And he may, and even though in the end they found a way to exonerate him and implicate somebody else. I mean, he left jail. He basically left jail a heroin addict. And he's not the same person anymore. And he doesn't trust all the people in his community, because as soon as he was arrested, the whole community went against him. And even his mother believed that he did it. The only person in his life that believed him was his father. He was the only person that believed him the whole time. Anyway, that's like it's one of the best like short series I've ever seen, like ever in my entire life. Now there's another, and so anyway, the next show I want to talk about is the show that came out. It was on Amazon Prime. Okay, it's in its I think it's in its third. I want to say I think it's in its second season now. But it's a show on Amazon Prime that came out called Transparent. And basically the premise of the story is there's this how do I put this? Basically a guy who's a father, and a husband who started going through the changes that one would go through when they feel like they weren't meant to be a man but meant to be a woman. So he goes through the transformation from being a man to a woman. He loves his wife, but he doesn't look at her the same way anymore because she feels alive as a woman. So without anybody knowing, at first he would secretly dress as women amongst her friends who are transgendered or cross-dressed, right? But eventually he just came out and, he wants to go through the whole process, including having sex reassignment surgery. Anyway, that show's on Amazon Prime. It also shows the problems of each one of his children. He has 3 kids, and they showcase each of their kids' trials and tribulations. Like you have one child who doesn't know what to do with her life, so she just, she was dating this one guy, stopped dating him, started dating another guy, and thought that she was kind of getting on her feet with this, with the new guy, helping her explore her own options. While you got the brother who's, who straight and narrow, has a good job, wife keeps a nice home, but he's sleeping for every single person, that he could get a hold of. So total womanizer on the side, and then you got the third sibling, who's been gay the whole time, but he never hit it, and then they also show the guy's wife, or her wife, and shows what she's going through. I mean, because they've been, she was shocked at first, but then you see eventually how she accepted what her husband decided to do, or ex-husband decided to do, and eventually decided to support her in everything, And then obviously another really amazing show that's out these days, just finished its first season run, was Westworld. And if anybody seen that, it was on HBO, or in Europe it was on Sky Atlantic. Probably a retelling of a movie that came out in 1973, with the same name, Westworld. So it basically shows that world, and it shows what happens in the course of that world, and then I don't want to give that one away too much, because that's Such an amazing show that I think people should watch it. But anyway, um, it's basically the premise of the show, for those that haven't seen it yet, is um, we're a little bit in the future. It could be like 100 years in the future or whatnot. Um, they came out with AI, and not only that, they came out with a way to make human-looking androids look, supposedly feel the same way as humans. You know, and but the only difference is they put them in this world based on the Old West. You know, the Wild West, and people come in, pay $10,000 a day to go into this quote unquote amusement park of sorts. You know, you can basically do anything you want. You can get drunk. If you feel like having a shootout with one of the androids, you can. They can't shoot you, but you could shoot them. You know, so quote unquote, if you kill them, they just get repaired and then put back into the world the next day. And, you know, their memories of being killed the day before are erased. So basically it goes along those lines of like, how much power do humans really have over creating something as powerful as artificial intelligence before artificial intelligence becomes self-aware? And I know people are probably looking thinking, but wait a second, that's kind of like the whole story of the Terminator, you know. Oh boy. Well, see, Brittany, I can understand that. You know, I can understand it because how about if it's one of those situations where, you know, because it doesn't just involve him. It also has to be accepted by the whole family because there's going to be a lot of scrutiny. There's still a lot of scrutiny over it. There's not a lot of, I mean, times are changing, society is changing where being transgender, you know, having an alternative lifestyle, but, you know, gay, lesbian, or whatnot, it's become more accepted. So there's one thing I can say about the newer generations, you know, like the millennials or whatnot, very understanding people's choices to live alternative household, you know, lifestyles. Like, you know, like not everybody is in a traditional relationship anymore, where it's just a man and a woman, they get married, they have children. You know, there are guys in love with other men. They live together and they adopt. Like, that's what happened to one of my friends from college. One of my closest friends from college. He got married to the man of his life. They legally got married when marriage became legal in the state that he lives in. They literally did it like within a week after it went through legally. And then this past year, they adopted a little girl. I mean, the mother was really young, like 17 years old, in Ohio. They went out to Ohio. They helped her through the whole process of her pregnancy. And after she was born, they adopted her. And I think they're sort of keeping it still an open adoption where she's allowed to see her. But I don't know how long that's going to last because you don't want any confusion in the matter. I mean, like, there's your biological mother and then there's your parents, your two fathers that love you, care for you day in and day out. So I could see how eventually that probably won't be the best course of action, you know, or whatever. It depends person from person. I mean, some people are confident in their adoptive child enough that they would accept it, and let their daughter, you know, see their mother, you know, whenever they want or whatever, like when it's possible, based on their schedule, of course, because they have permanent custody of the child. You know. I mean, yeah, I mean, well, see, I can understand that. I can understand. Some people aren't apt to the idea, and some people are. It depends. It basically depends on your core beliefs. And when it comes to core beliefs, what I mean by that is you were raised a certain way, and you saw things. So let's say in my case, I was brought up in the Protestant church. I went to church every Sunday. I went to Sunday school. When I was a teenager, I went to youth group on Wednesday nights, and try to stay straight and narrow. But eventually, when I was 16, it was 16, and I got my license to drive a car. I decided I wanted to go out and explore my own way, so I stopped going to youth group. I still went to church, but I stopped going to youth group, and I quit the Boy Scouts because I felt I felt kind of like tied up, doing that. I'd go to Boy Scout troop once a week. We go on camping trips or whatnot, and I don't know, man. It was just one of those things where I didn't feel I wanted to do other things in my life. And then I remember I started hanging out with people that were into the same kind of music as me. Because it was, when I think about it and I look back on the people I hung out with in high school, the one thing that tied us all together was the music that we listened to. And for me, some of my favorite bands growing up was like New Order, Depeche Mode, Sisters of Mercy, The Mission UK, and then towards the 90s, the Manchester movement came around. So you had Blur, Ride, Spiral Carpets, like one of my favorite songs ever from Spiral Carpets, Two Worlds Collide, amazing. I was also into a lot of like industrial music, Front 242, Frontline Assembly, Wumpscut. I mean, really awesome music, But people kind of looked at me and be like, "What? What do you?" It's like, "What is this? What kind of music are you listening to, bro?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm into it. And I remember specifically the first time I ever heard Nine Inch Nails. It was like early spring of 1990, and I was driving into the city with two of my friends, Alyssa and Christine, and we were going down there because we were meeting some other people that live in the city, and we were gonna go get something to eat and then go to a club, right? So we drove down, and then as we were going down, my friend Christine's like, "Hey, when we play you this tape," I was like, "This band's gonna change your world." So I'm listening to the tape, and it's "Pretty Hate Machine" by Nine Inch Nails. So, I lived in the suburbs, which is about roughly like 40 minutes away from downtown Manhattan, right? So as we're driving, so there's this parkway where I live that goes that goes into the city, and it's called Palisades Interstate Parkway. So we were driving down to Palisades because it leads you to the George Washington Bridge, which takes you into Manhattan. So I remember by the time we got to the toll booth, I was like, I gotta hear this again, because it was almost the end of the tape, and I was like, this is amazing. This band is amazing. So we listened to it. We wound up listening to Nine Inch Nails the whole drive down, and that just completely changed my life. When I started getting to more industrial-based music after listening to Nine Inch Nails. So that was cool. And then the first time I saw Nine Inch Nails was that summer of 1990. I remember it because I saw Nine Inch Nails one night, and the very next night I saw Peter Murphy. And people who don't know Peter Murphy was the lead singer of this band called Bauhaus, which was basically one of the biggest gothic bands of all time. But at the time when I was watching Peter Murphy and I saw Nine Inch Nails, Peter Murphy was concentrating on his solo career away from Bauhaus. So he went and was going solo, and other members of the band formed Love and Rockets, and they formed Love and Rockets towards they maybe like towards the late 80s, and they came out. I remember around that time, it was like 1989, 1990. So it was the year before I saw Love and Rockets for the first time. But they were touring with The Cure. because The Cure was on their tour for Disintegration, the Prayers tour. So I remember that because it was first time I saw The Cure, first time I saw Love and Rockets, and the Pixies played. Yeah, it was the Pixies, Love and Rockets, and The Cure. That was a great concert. I saw that in Giant Stadium. That was a great show, bro. That was a great show. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. So anyway, there's this other show that came out that was on Netflix, and it's basically called The Crown. Okay, you're like, The Crown. Oh man, this is like a thing about the British monarchy. Yes, it is. So it talks about like you know, it was basically the time of King Edward, right? And how he passed away. He was sick. You know, he had all kinds of ailments. Heavy smoker. So obviously, you know, you don't want to remember 1989. It was a pretty good. I would like to say it was a pretty good year. I mean, it was the year that I finally got out of secondary school, because I felt that I was kind of more like a prison than anything. And then obviously in 1990 started going to college, that whole bit. But that was kind of like my rebellious time. You know, I mean, it wasn't all good. I remember my high school sweetheart at the time. My high school sweetheart at the time was one of those people that didn't feel like she could be tied up into like a monogamous relationship, and decided that she was gonna dump me for some hippie dude. You know, and then eventually that hippie dude wound up getting her hooked into heroin, and while they're looking for their next fix, decided to rob a liquor store. And he was thrown in jail. She was thrown in jail. She went and got herself cleaned up, but eventually died because of complications from heavy drug use. What's up, bro?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt your story. Well, hello. And yes, Albie, I'm back. Hello, Yardburn.
Oh, man. Your sister's the same age as me. I'm so sorry, Brittany. That's terrible. You reading that, Greg?
I'm just getting to the chat. Yeah, I was reading through. Yeah, I'm sorry.
For some reason, dark chat isn't working for me. I'm on the white chat.
That's what I had to switch over to. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see chat in dark chat. I don't know. Something's up with it. You know? Cheech is being very naughty today in chat. You're being very, very naughty. You know? No, basically, I was going over like some of the best shows that are on TV now.
Yeah, The Crown.
I don't think it's
talking about.
Yeah, so I'm talking about The Crown. Did you see The Crown at all?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
You need to see the whole thing. It's great. Oh, wow, Brittany.
Let's see if I'm thinking about the right one.
Yeah, that makes me feel really old. Because I'm 45. So that means that, unfortunately, your unfortunate sister is same age as me. She passed away too young. I'm sorry.
Well, you have to admit, Rich, you are pretty old.
I am. You know, I've had this weird pain in my stomach that, like, not my stomach, like gastro, like stomach, like I don't know if I pulled a muscle or something. It's right to the right of my belly button. So if I sit in certain positions, or if I stretch in certain positions, I kind of feel it tugging at me. And it's not like a horrible pain, but it's like a numbing pain when it happens. So I'm like worried that I might have gotten a hernia somehow.
That's what I was just thinking. You might have a hernia.
And it just started Saturday. And like, like if I sit straight up, it kind of tugs at me. So I almost have to like sit almost like in a slight angle for it to go away.
Have you tried a hot bath? Not a shower, but a bath.
What does the bath do?
If you
Besides
put in some
relax
Epsom
you, it
salt,
makes you pass
relaxes
out and
your
you wake up in
muscles.
cold water. Or you wake up accidentally underwater.
You can get one of those floaties, man.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a picture-perfect moment. You in the tub with a floaty. Okay, I can do that.
You're the same age as my brother. My brother is 5 years older than me, Britt. Oh.
But if you like the crown, you may want to look into, Victoria.
I'm sorry?
If you like the crown, you may want to look into a TV show called Victoria.
You mean like Queen Victoria from the 19th century?
Yeah, same, yeah. See, the Matt Smith from Doctor Who went on to The Crown, and Jenna Coleman went on to do Victoria.
Oh.
I think it's enough, Amazon show. I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it an Amazon show?
So I'm checking to make sure. Yeah, I think it is.
I'm
It was
gonna
pretty
look
good.
that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Hey, do me a favor. Can you hold the fort for a few minutes? I really want to stand and stretch for a little bit because I've been sitting most of the day. So like, I'm feeling like my stomach's feeling like that's muscle like tugging at me. I figure if I stretch out a little bit or move around, I might. Well, maybe I should put some muscle cream on it, like Bengay. I don't have Bengay, but and I don't have any
What you want
muscle.
to look for is not icy hot, but biofreeze.
I don't have that. I have this blue gel stuff. That's pretty good.
Does it get cold or hot?
It's cold. Goes on cold.
Then that's basically the same thing. It's biofreeze.
Okay. I'm gonna go and put a little bit on my stomach right now, just to see if that'll help. So if you hold the fort for like 5 minutes, I'll be right back. Okay. Well, not even 5 minutes, maybe less than that. I'll be right back because it's
time your ass too.
well, it's in my brother's bathroom in the medicine cabinet. So I'm telling you. So anyway, give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Hold the fort, buddy.
I'll be good as I can. So Yardbird, do you have any new recipes for us? I haven't seen you around for a while. Now, I'm not much of a solo person, so Albie, come on, pick a fight with me or something. Yeah, I'm not good at solo. Why would you want to take a break from Vape Chat? I mean, it's full of drama, fun experiences. It's something to stick around for. You don't want to take a break from that. And Albie, once you run for president, then I will try getting on your lawn. Then you can have someone paid to shoot me off your lawn. You know what, Albie? I would honestly vote for you if you ran for president. You have to trim that beard, though. I don't think they would look good on a portrait. Because I don't think the president can honestly carry their own weapon. I don't know if there's a rule about that, but I've never heard of a president having their own personal firearm. Well, apparently he can. but not many presidents do. And please, Yardbird, you always have something relevant to offer. Everyone has something relevant to offer. Seems the last president that's known to have carried a gun was Reagan. I'm sure Trump will probably have one. Yeah, see, that's all you gotta do, Yardbird, is just tell us who's picking on you. Well, let's fetch Albie on. Albie's like a bulldog. Once you let him loose, he can't stop. Can you all hear that? Just that little sound in the background. You hear Rich rubbing liquids all over his body. That just don't sound right, but yeah, could be worse. I might have to try that, Yard, but I have all those flavorings. I'm pretty sure I do. I have more flavorings than I know what to do with, and I've only used maybe 5 or 6 of them, and I have at least 100 different flavors in there.
Alright, I'm back. So here it is. Arctic Ice Analgesic Gel.
We were listening to you squirting. It sounded like you were squirting and rubbing on there.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. You heard this noise.
No, it wasn't. Did you guys see? There's like I'm pretty sure I saw it. There's like an advertisement to buy 420 ml bottles for $60. Wait, hold on. I don't know if you guys might be interested in it, but I'll show you. I'll go to the site. I'll see if I can find the site. Hold on.
Yardbird, do you have any ELR account so we can follow along with your recipes?
You want to see what I bought LOV for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, but she'll probably be able to watch.
She's not here now. So.
But it's a recorded show, man.
She might not see it. Hold on.
Okay.
You ready? I got this for her. Got her that.
I have to wait for it to show up. Okay. Oh. Same color or different?
No, that color. It's the closest I can get to Patriots colors, So it's more. It's like a double It's a double gift. It's one for Valentine's Day and 2 for. All she has to do is add the blue to it, I guess.
What you could do.
She wanted She originally wanted a purple one. It was like a black with purple stripes in it or whatever. But I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a site that was selling that particular color. So they had it as an option, but it was sold out. I guess a lot of girls like that color. So I got her what I thought was the next best thing. Get her one that kind of looks like a Patriots colored one.
Right. What mod is it again?
I'm sorry?
What mod is it?
That's a Smoke Alien 220 watt.
That's a Smoke. Okay.
It's like the in mod. For some reason, it's the in mod. You know how the mod to get now is for apparently this is the mod to get now. You know,
I'll never get it.
I never thought about getting it, you know, but I know she wanted one, so I made sure I got her one. So I bought her one.
Ooh, cannoli.
And they're sending it straight to her house. I even got the tracking number.
Well, see, here's what I was
So
going to say.
I'll know
You
when
should have
it
had
gets
sent
there.
to yourself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what you could do is take it apart and hydro dip that case, so you can make it a true Patriots mod.
No, I didn't want to send it to her because then I would use it. I would try it out, and that's not cool. Send somebody a gift that you already that's used, because I would like, you know. Oh no, Brittany, she would never use it at maximum wattage. Like the highest she goes, like 50 or 60 watts. That's as high as she ever goes. And it depends on the coil she likes to use. She likes using like a lower ohm coils than I do. Like she likes getting 0.2, 0.3 ohm coils. I'm comfortable with 0.5 to 0.8 ohm coils, all the way up to 1 ohm.
Yeah.
The paint is shit on it.
Oh yeah, the paint is shit. That's the one thing that's always been reported for the Alien. The paint chips off just by general use. You don't even have to drop it. Anything else.
Well, then I'm gonna have to buy her a case stem for it, like silicone case for it.
But see, when you get a case, it covers up the color anyway.
Ah, crap.
See, so you should run things by me. You know, I could have told you how to hydro dip it, and that way the paint would have stayed on there.
There was a Stormtrooper limited edition.
Oh hell yes.
Shit, I would get that for myself. I'd get that shit for myself, man. White on black. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I can get her.
I'll be paint peeled off in a month.
I can get her a wrap.
Yeah, you can get her a wrap. That's true. You can get her a Patriot wrap.
Okay, let's see what's Yardbird's name. You know what? You know what 26-650 mod I want to get? I want to get the Vapor Nebula. Vapor Nebula uses a single 26-650. You can put an 18-650 in it. Like, it comes with an adapter. Alone made this wrap for me. What's up? What? So yeah, I know you can make me a wrap. I guess I could do that.
That's probably honestly the best idea. Is to get her.
Probably do that. Get her a Patriots wrap for it.
I like the Nebula.
Yeah, I want to get it. I mean, like, look, I have the baby version, the Vaporesso Attitude. So I want to get the Nebula. The Nebula is like the big brother. And I want to see if I can get the same color. I like the stainless steel look, chrome look.
No, I like the red.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nebula does come in red. That's a pretty tight color too.
Yeah, red and black.
Oh, those are your
color.
colors, red and black?
Oh yeah, if it's not the color of blood, it's not no good.
I mean, you are wearing a black shirt,
Yeah.
so it makes you dark and gothic.
And red and black.
Makes you gothic. You want to see? Oh, here's my. Oh yeah, here's my case. Big shocker, right? Big shocker. So.
Okay. So you have to wait. I have a delay. I have to wait for it to show up on the feed.
Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to put my camera on for you to see me live. Hold on. My bad.
It's okay.
My bad. Oh, there I am.
Oh, you look sexier.
You should see me now. Look, yay!
I can see you. I'm using a tank for once, man.
Oh no! What tank are you using?
The mouse.
The mouse?
Mouse. M-A-U-S. I think that's how you pronounce it. Mouse. Yeah, I can't post. I still can't post links in chat, so I'll post it in.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna ask somebody to mod you now. Hold on.
pretty good little tank.
Wait, Crispers, what's your live chat name?
Mr. Crispers. I got sugar cookie. I don't have cheesecake. I just have the graham cracker cheesecake, but I can improvise. Let's see. I got the biscuit. I got everything for the cannoli except for the cheesecake, but I only have the graham cracker cheesecake. Like I said, I have more flavorings than I know what to do with. I even have flavorings for ripe tomato and jalapeno. I don't know why the hell I bought it. I don't even like the things in real life, but I bought it.
Second here. What's your name in Skype?
I honestly don't know. I don't have Skype installed. I have to get it.
Because I'm gonna have to. You've been my co-host now for over 2 months now. I need to make you a mod.
I do have Skype, I think, installed. Anyway.
No, because we have our host chat and our tech chat for the network on Skype. So we kind of need you, so we can add you. Alright. Because that's how we communicate. The network communicates through Skype mostly, and in a Facebook we have our own Facebook group too. So. No wrench for Crispers.
That's not cool, Albie.
Dude, that's not.
Whenever I see you, I'm going to shave your beard off.
Oh no!
Go to jail for
He's a tall, big dude. It would take a lot to bring him down, man.
First I'd have to actually get a stepladder to reach the beard.
Oh
then shave
snap!
the bitch off.
Oh snap! No, but he is. He's a towering presence. Like when I first met him, I was like, "What's up, man?" Like I was like, "Whoa," you know, tall dude.
I wonder, Albie, have you ever painted yourself green and gone as a Jolly Green Giant?
Oh, that's so. Dude, don't get him mad, man, because he'll huff and he'll puff and he'll blow your house down.
Oh, please.
Don't.
As tall as he is, he'd probably just go...
No, man, but really, he's an imposing figure. Like, as soon as he starts talking, you know he's a warm guy. But when you first see him, like, damn, that dude is tall. You know?
See, that man is as tall from the stories I've heard. I have not met him yet. But the stories I've heard, that man's so tall that he can have an AK-47 as a carrying weapon.
Well, he's taller than Joe. And Joe's like, what, 6'2"? Something? 6'2" or 6'3"? He's tall.
Hello, James.
Yeah, he's taller than Joe. Something. What's up, James? So yeah, fun times.
Why do we even call him Albie? I mean, if he's claiming to be immortal and is a giant, why don't we just call you Zeus?
I called him. What did I call him? I call him the wizard sometimes because he's a very wise guy when it comes to the vaping world. Plus, when he's on camera, he looks like a wizard.
I think we need to get him a hat.
See, he doesn't worry about mortal things. He's immoral. Immortal.
He's both immoral and immortal.
Don't forget, guys, Aldi is back on air with Tandy.
Tandy.
I believe it's Thursday night at midnight. I really should watch it live. Is what I would like to do. So definitely check them out. I'm glad they're back on the air. That's awesome.
I don't know how Tandy keeps them in check.
That's a good question. Hey, let me ask you something. Is there a way that a hernia just goes away on its own if it doesn't hurt that bad?
From what I know, it can. It can take several months, but any type of strenuous activity while you have a hernia makes it rip and shred more.
But that's the whole point. I mean, like, I haven't been using anything more than 25-pound dumbbells. And they're dumbbells. Like, I'm not using the curling bar, right? And, it depends on the day. I have this routine where I'll set it down to 12 pounds and do more, like, repetitions with 12 pounds. And then I'll add on the weight because it's one of those dumbbells that you can add weight to it.
Okay.
Using these bars. I got it at Dick's Sporting Goods, like way back, like 5-6 years ago. I have that, plus I have resistance bands. I do exercise because I have resistance bands hooked up to my door. I walk in and stretching. I'm not really going crazy with exercise, but I'm just doing enough so that my arms aren't weak. I can open a jar. It gives me enough strength to open a jar.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need. You need enough torque, and then I have these also to help me increase my torque on my wrist strength. So I'll do these. I'll do 50 reps of these 3 times a day. Which is like, it's almost nothing now to do.
It must have did something that caused you to have
I don't know. I mean, I know Yvette told me that her mom got a hernia from mopping. But I was like, I haven't mopped lately. I've swept. I haven't mopped.
I've never heard of that, but I'm sure it's possible.
There are different types. Yeah, but I've never had a hernia before, so I can't. But I've never had this kind of pain before, so I'm not sure what it is. Like, I don't know if I just pull. I'm hoping I just pulled the muscle. But I haven't been doing sit-ups.
Did the bio whatever, the blue gel help?
I guess so, a little bit. Like, I felt a cooling sensation on my stomach. I'm gonna put it on, and then I had to wash my hands to get it off my hand. So I don't know. Oh yeah, I was looking for the email that said there was a $50 off or something like that.
120 is for something. I forget what the price was.
Yeah, okay, that's right. We try to find it. It was like 520 mils for $60, I think. It was a Vapor Craze has a new juice line, 50% off OMG e-liquid. Let's see what this is. No coupon necessary.
Oh.
Alright, so let me put this link in the room. Hold on a second. I don't know if you guys ever had this, but 50% off. Ends on February 17th. No coupon necessary.
I've never heard of them, to be honest with you.
Neither. Kush, Schwarty Cake, Delicious, Wachowski. Or you can get the whole line. Oh no, Aussie, don't tell me that. No. I don't want mesh in my tummy.
No, you don't want mesh in the tummy, trust me.
I don't want mesh.
There are so many recalls of the mesh that you don't want the mesh.
I don't want it. Hold on, I'm looking to see if I can find it. Totally Wicked has an 80% off clearance sale going on. I don't know if you'd be interested in that. Do you want the link for that?
I don't. I have.
I remember it was the first place I ever went to order.
That was mine too, but horror stories. No, thank you.
Horror stories?
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I'm not going into it.
Hold on a second here.
It's nothing about the product. It's just the guy that owns the.
Oh, the British dude.
Yeah.
Because he's not really a vapor.
No, it's not really about that. It's other things. But again,
He's evil.
Since it's on YouTube, I'm not going into details because
It's not.
Have a
he's evil, basically.
Yeah, we can see that.
Vapor Flask mod with 2 batteries, $60. Ego 1, $25. Vapor Flask Stout mod with battery, $26,650 for $45. A Beyond Vape Centurion for $45. That's pretty good. What else do we have here? Wismec Depressa 75 watt, $27.50. Comes with a battery. That is a good freaking price. That is a good price, I have to admit. Pro Tank 4 for $14. What? Oh no! Now I gotta order from these son of a bitches.
No,
Did I say that live?
No, I'm not letting you do that.
Okay, I got your Skype. There you go. I should add you on my Skypes.
Let's see. What's the Pro Tank 4 going for where I can find it cheaper?
Yeah, but some of the stuff, Brittany, it's a good price. I gotta admit. Like that Wismec, and they're selling the indestructible dripper for $14. That's pretty good. I'm adding you now to my Skypes. Or requesting it, that is. Second here. I'm in! Let me
I thought about it. I thought about maybe
rename him
request.
Mr. Crispers. Great.
The Pro Tank 4.
That's a pretty good price, dude.
It is a good price, and I can't find it anywhere else cheaper. But still wouldn't buy it. At least not from there.
Let's see what else. The Armor Plus tank is $7. But I think that can only fit one coil in there. I don't think it's a dual coil. And the rest is pretty much like old, you know, junk. Well, IGO W, IGO W8, old school. But I mean, the Wismec Indie Duo RDA, it's pretty tight. They have some good deals on here, I have to admit, but it depends on if you want to order from this vendor or not. I just know they're the first vendor I ever ordered anything from. I got my starter kit from them.
Yeah, same did I. I remember when you first got your starter kit too.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys don't understand. He's known me a long time. Like he's known me longer than anybody in the vaping community. You know, because we like the women.
I remember when you had your hairline a little bit lower.
Why you gotta make fun of me?
Because that's the best thing to do is make fun of people.
Oh man.
But I sent you the link for the one tank I got, the mouse.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely take a look at that, buddy. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find the email for. I could have sworn I saved it. Hold on, I'm looking. Hotels.com. GearBest, Vape Royalty, 101 Vape.
The only thing I've ever bought from GearBest was a $1.99 Minions Lego.
What's this one? High Class Vape Company. Last chance, 20% off your entire order. Oh, that was before the Super Bowl. Diabetes supplies. What the heck is it? Excuse me. I remember I saw it yesterday on my phone. I was like, whoa, what is this?
What was it for? Maybe I got it. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm seeing if I could find it. Wow, Seduce Juice has a 51% off seductive deal. Let's take a look at this real fast. Seductive deal. 25% off other premium liquids, 30% off Seduce Juice, 51% off seductive deal. And enter to win 95% off Seduce Juice signature e-liquid. Show us your hand check on Facebook. Yeah, but what? I'm looking to see if there's a code. When does this end? Oh, it ended already. Damn it! It ended. These are Super Bowl deals. I'm sorry, I can't find that one email, but I could have sworn I saw it. My bad.
There'll probably be some good deals for Valentine's Day.
Oh no! I get stuff from Heaven's Gift, Brittany. But when I order from them, I don't order. I have to order a minimum of $50 worth to make it worth the shipping, because I have them ship it DHL, and when they ship it DHL, it gets here in less than a week. Like if I could order it on a Friday, and through DHL, it'll be here by like the following Wednesday. It's tight. It's really tight.
I still don't mind buying my stuff from Fast Tech.
No, I don't mind buying some stuff from the Fast Techs.
I mean,
the way I do it,
about 2 weeks.
Well, no, the way I look at it is I give it a month. I'll order it and then just forget about it. And one day I was like, hey, what's this? It's like a surprise in the mail. You know, it's a nice surprise.
It's only a nice surprise if you forgot about it and didn't buy it from somewhere else.
Oh, right. So anyway, I know we were supposed to do the Rotten Tomatoes top 100 movies. Why don't we skip through the list and just go through to like the top 10, since we have a half an hour.
Okay.
Hold on a second here. Let me get to the link. Which two lines, buddy? Let me give you the link, buddy. Hold on. Unless you have it already.
No, I don't. For some reason, I don't.
I will give it to you.
I thought you sent it to me and before, but I'm looking.
I know, but I'll give it to you again.
Well, I know you'll give it to me again, but I'm just saying.
Listen,
it's not there.
Listen, I don't roll that way. Okay. I am not gonna give it to you. Okay.
You'll give it to me whenever I fucking want it. I'm just that good.
Okay, so let's look at the top 10 movies on this list. For those of you who want to reference it, here we go. I'll put the link in chat. We're just going to discuss the top 10. We're going to skip through the list. Should we skip through the list or just continue where we left off?
Most of the ones that we saw from the beginning, we didn't even know what the hell they were.
All right.
So you want to go do the top 25?
Okay, let's do the top 25 and just roll through them, see if we can get through it in a half an hour.
If we don't know what's on the top 20, if we don't know them, then we really need to up our movie game.
Okay. Well, I know what number 26 is. Sunset Boulevard. Love that movie. I saw that movie with my dad more than once. At number 26.
Oh, Sunset. Okay.
Oh yeah, Sunset Boulevard. I heard that Hateful Eight was a really good movie. I haven't seen it myself. I have no idea. I'm not necessarily sure.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, Rod. I mean, you've seen this, right? Have you seen this?
Yeah. Sometimes I need to go and look at the at the cover of the movie poster or something to remember. But yeah, I've seen it.
I definitely saw this movie. You know where I saw this? On Turner Classic Movies. That was the last time I saw it, was on Turner Classic Movies. And I was like, wow. And then my mom started watching. Like, oh, I remember this movie. You know. So.
I think on Netflix was when I saw it. I think.
All right. So we got the Maltese Falcon at 25. I don't know.
No, I don't think it should be that high in this, but it's a pretty good movie.
Now, the next movie, have you seen 24? Number 24 is Gravity with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney.
Oh, okay. So,
have you seen this movie?
I've seen that in theaters. That was actually the last movie I actually saw in theaters.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. I hated the damn ending, though.
I don't want to say what the ending is. I'm not going to tell anybody the ending, but I'm going to say to you, Greg, did you hate it because of which way it went as opposed to the way it should have went?
Yeah, pretty much.
Me too. It should have kept the realism, right?
I mean, the walking out of the water. That's all I'm saying. It was like, you know, that should not have been the end. There should be a nice twist after that or something.
Well, we're not going to say why she was walking on the water. Okay. The next movie, 23, Repulsion from 1965. It says here.
I have not seen that one.
I don't recall ever seeing this movie. It's a Roman Polanski movie.
The poster says "The Nightmare World of a Virgin's Dreams."
Wow, this guy really had a thing for young girls, huh?
Apparently so.
Man, what a pervert. All right, North by Northwest. I've definitely seen this movie. Definitely think it should be in the top 25. I like where it is.
Yeah, I think that should be good where it is.
Amazing movie.
But Cary Grant's always good in everything.
But this particular movie, it was a great movie. I've seen
the
it. The
next one I have not seen.
Me either. It's La Grande Illusion from 1938.
The movie poster looks freaky.
I haven't seen it, so I have no idea. And the next one after that, The Battle of Algiers. I don't recall seeing this one either. But now I want to, because it has a Rotten Tomatoes meter of 99%. So now I want to.
We can't base it on that, okay? Because there was one movie that I figure out where it was. Was it Brooklyn?
You saw the movie Brooklyn? I haven't seen that.
Yeah. We talked about it last time, and you said we wanted to see it, and I said I might as well see it.
You did see it, right?
I stopped it in the middle, and I said, "Fuck this shit."
Oh no!
So we
wow,
can't base it on what's 99 or 100.
Stop it. But what was the synopsis of it again?
For that one, let me see. Let's see what
Yardbird, I'm totally with you on the Waterfront should be a top 25 film. So I'm with you. All right, so the next one, okay, we'll give it to Walt Disney. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Okay.
And I think they're getting ready to remake that shit too.
Live
CGI.
action?
Yeah.
Did you see the live action trailer to Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, I don't know if they.
Isn't it amazing how they did it?
I think it will probably surpass the original.
Well, here's the thing. What people don't realize is the way they set up the trailer for Beauty and the Beast is exactly the same way they set up the trailer to the first animated movie. So there was a site that put the two trailers up side by side, so you could see every scene and every cut of the live action mirrors the animated version.
Mm-hmm. There's only maybe like one or two screens that were different, but everything else was.
I know, exactly so cool. It's so cool.
But I think
they went through a lot of trouble to make the live action look exactly like the animated or close to it. Now tell me, Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast. You wanna do that?
Well, yeah, I'd love to be the Beast, man. Fine. I got Beast mode.
I don't want to say what it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Brittany's like,
I don't understand that
saying
hand
to me
motion,
right now,
though,
"You bad boy." She's half your age. I don't really want to, because I kind of.
Yes, you do.
No, not really. Because I look at her like she's the same age as my niece, and that's gross. You know. All right, so the next one is Nosferatu. Absolutely. Even though it scared the living crap out of me seeing it because I saw it for the first time when I was 15 years old or 16. I was scared as hell watching this movie. And it was a movie that scared the hell out of me from 1922 because it looked so real. Like Nosferatu looked so real in it. Like he wasn't acting or something. Like that's the way he really looked.
Yeah, I could see that, but I don't think it ever scared me. No.
All right. We'll get to that when we get to it, Albie. I can't get to it. We're not there yet. Okay, number 17, A Hard Day's Night. Absolutely, the Beatles movie. It was, at the time, it was groundbreaking because it basically introduced the United States to the British invasion.
It did. And it gave you more of an insight. It was one of the first movies that, I think, followed a band.
Oh, a rockumentary, so to speak. The original rockumentary. Now the next one is A Hard Day. I mean, no, not A Hard Day. It's Laura. I don't think I've seen this movie, so I'm going to click on the link to see what it is. And it says here it's not found, so F them. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay, number 15, Boyhood. Definitely should be in the top 25. I'm glad it's not in the top 10. I don't think it belongs there. But this is the first movie of its kind, which they actually stopped filming for 10 years. Because they wanted to see the transition of him going from boy to young adult. So all the other actors are the same, but the kid's character and his sister's character, they filmed them as kids, like 6, 7 years old, whatever. And then they filmed them again at like 17.
I've honestly not seen it. But I mean, what was it? The Truman Show? It's kind of sounds like it follows that type of.
Well, this is different because it's basically, it's not like it's showing the trials and tribulations of a boy's life.
Okay.
As they grow up. So you see him as a child, and then you see the same actor again 10 years later as a teenager. You know? And then the relationships with his parents and everything, because his parents are divorced. So you see the life with his father, who's Ethan Hawke, by the way. I like a lot of Ethan Hawke's movies. I don't like it when he does low-budget movies because of the craft. That's what he says. He said it in I don't know if you ever saw his interview Inside the Actors Studio, but he talked about how he liked doing low-budget independent films because of the craft. But sometimes the story sucks. So I'm like, why did you do that movie? You know? So that kind of annoyed me. I know, right, Yardbird? Totally public domain. Because apparently a movie, anything copyrighted, doesn't get copyright, it loses copyrightability after what, 75 years, 80 years?
I think it's less than that.
Is it? I'm not sure. But anyway, you should definitely, that should be on your Netflix. You should definitely see the movie. But I warn you right now, it is a 3-hour movie, so you may want to pause it in the middle and take a bathroom break. It is a long movie. It is a long movie, but it was absolutely groundbreaking. Nobody's ever done that before. Next one is Casablanca. Agree. Top 25. I mean, come on. Bogey, baby. Bogey. Earth's looking at you, kid. You know, that's where that code came from.
All right, the way it works is a movie made after 1978 would have a copyright protection beginning at the creation and lasting for the life of the creator, plus an additional 70 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Now, movies before 1978 had a 28-year copyright.
Oh, okay. So a lot of movies now are to public domain.
Yes, but movies that are current, and they have to last as long as, let's say, Star Wars. They have to last as long as George Lucas lives, and then an additional 70 years.
That's a long time. For that, Star Wars is never going to be public domain. It'll be public domain like when our grandchildren are senior citizens.
Well, you never know. You know, we might all live as old as Albie.
You know what I'm thinking? Wouldn't it be amazing if somebody came, like, I dreamed this, okay? So don't look at it. I mean, it's far-fetched. But yeah, let's say we do come across E.T. in our lifetimes.
Okay.
And they gave us a way to extend our lives, double it, by introducing artificial organs, pure artificial organs, cloned. That's our organs, using our DNA, to the point of transferring our brain from one body to another. So let's say they build a young version of us, totally cloned, 20 years old, and he put our life's experience into that new body, and then we discard the old body. And then we're 20 again.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Why not?
Think about it. The age for Social Security would jump up from 65 to.
But it wouldn't be for everybody. It would only be for the elite.
Okay, all right.
So let's say Steven Spielberg, who's like a billionaire, right? He does it. He can make movies for another 50 years. Enjoy the lap of luxury for an additional 80 years. I don't know. Totally far-fetched. Like, let's say if you won the lottery, like, what's the first thing I'm gonna do is, like, I'm going into a new body, my wife's going into a new body, and we're gonna be banging every day again, like we used to when we were young. Like,
you would actually take your wife with you? Oh.
Absolutely. We'd go in our 20-year-old versions of ourselves, and I would have a kid.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because let's say I was 80 years old at that point. Her and I are really old, and then this technology comes like, we're going into new bodies, and she's like, are you crazy? Like, we are going into new bodies, so we go into new bodies. Then we're 20 years old again, or maybe make it 18. We'll be 18 years old again.
But you have to think then. Basically, your clock resets. Even though you have all your memories, you might decide to go one way. There has to be a limit for someone that's.
Well, maybe the limit would be you can only do it once.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can only transfer your body.
You make a limit on
and
how long someone can stand being with someone. So if you extend your body you're 80 and you extend yourself again to your 18, who knows? By the time you're 30, you might decide, I want to go find another wife. Never know.
It's possible. I'm saying it's possible, but this person's your wife. She's your life, and then you get to experience life with her all over again, but at a younger age than you actually met.
So you're thinking like how Futurama ended.
I never seen Futurama. Damn it! Why'd you tell me the ending?
I didn't tell you the ending.
You just said that's how Futurama ended.
I said somewhat like it. It's different.
What's it? I've never seen Futurama.
You've never seen Futurama at all?
Never.
Oh.
Should I see that?
Yes, you should. Yes, you very much should.
I've never seen it. I really haven't.
I think you would get a kick out.
You need to put it in chat to remind me to start watching it. Okay. So the next movie, number 13, is It Happened One Night. Now, okay, maybe. My mom and dad love that movie. I don't recall it right now. I mean, I know I've seen it, but I don't recall seeing it right now.
Oh, It Happened One Night? No, I haven't seen that one. Which is surprising, since it has Clark Gable, and I've seen most of Clark Gable.
Oh, no, I've seen this movie. I just don't recall it right now.
Okay. Everyone knows the next movie.
Absolutely. It absolutely should be. It should be a top 10 movie. I don't know why it's number 12. Especially since she just passed away one day after her daughter. That was very sad. Love the movie. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm going to make that shit my ringtone.
To you. All right. Next one is number 11, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Top 25. I don't know if it should be top 10.
No, I don't. Well, it's number 11, so it's not top 10. But I don't think it should be that high on the list.
Yeah, I'm surprised it is. I mean, it was a good movie at the time, but come on. All right, number 10, Modern Times. Don't recall seeing the movie.
Charlie Chaplin, love it.
But I'm looking at it. It looks familiar. I just don't recall it. Seeing it. Okay. Metropolis, totally groundbreaking at the time. It was decades ahead of. It's just that the technology. If it was 1950s technology when they filmed this movie, it would have been like visually, but so much better. but they did the best they could based on the fact that it was 1927. That's my opinion.
Okay, I've never seen it.
It would have been a top 5 movie if it was released in the 50s. All right.
So you're thinking they should remake it?
Oh my God! If they remade it now, it's kind of weird because it's kind of like, you know, I guess they could because it was talking about a futuristic life, but the way we looked at it, it's almost like steampunk life.
Okay.
You know, number 8 is The Godfather. Okay, that's where it should be there, top 10.
I don't like where it is though.
I don't like it either, but what are you gonna do?
Especially seeing that the next movie is a cartoon that did not make much sense at all.
I don't understand that. I've never seen this movie. I don't know what the deal is.
I've seen the trailer, and the trailer itself was just not enough to make me want to watch it. So seeing that The Godfather is below this, that's kind of insulting, I think.
All right. Let's see here. The next one, I think I will agree with you. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Number 6 is Das Cabinet des Dr. Caligari. I don't even know what the hell this movie is.
Not a clue.
No idea. But it did rock 100%, so I don't know what the deal is. Okay. This next one, top 5. We're going into the top 5. Should this be in the top 5? All About Eve.
Hell no.
Why is that?
I don't think that movie should be. Maybe top 15. No top 5. If it's the one I'm thinking about.
I'm actually looking at it. I have to go to IMDb for this.
Like I said, the cover is what helps me. And yes, no. I think it should be maybe top 15, but not.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Joan Crawford, right, and Betty Davis, they like hated each other. They had like an epic falling out with each other, right? They were always competing with each other, like who was the hotter shit actress. And at the end towards the end, when they got older, they actually did a movie together. So this is one of those movies where Betty Davis is like, "Hey, Joan Crawford." You know, it was one of those movies because she's like, "I'm so awesome." That's how I always look at this period of time between the 40s and the 50s when it was Betty Davis versus Joan Crawford. So this reminds me of that.
And here's what I just realized. Well, I don't know why we didn't even think about it. If you do a search for All About Eve, you bring up the Wikipedia page, and it tells you that it was in the top 100 top 100 best American films. There's a Wikipedia top 100 list. We
may have to look at that.
That one, by seeing what number 1 is, I'm not going to say it, but just by looking at number 1, I think this list is more accurate.
All right. So the top 4. Okay, do you think number 1 should be The Wizard of Oz? I guess so. I guess it should be in the top 3.
Yeah.
Just because of where it is. 3. But Citizen Kane, it seems that Citizen Kane, Wizard of Oz always vie for the number 1 spot, it seems. And Citizen Kane, to me, was a pretty boring movie.
Really? I've watched it.
I saw it. Remember I told you I was in that college elective class where they were teaching us how to write reviews of TV shows, movies, and stuff? We actually saw this one day in class. And it was a once-a-week class, so we had a 3-hour class, so we had to sit through the whole fucking thing.
I kind of think that, your school was kind of fun, because all you got to do is sit there and watch movies.
Well, it was just for it's one class.
Yeah, but no.
It was a once-a-week class, a Wednesday night, 6 to 9:30. We never went past 9. We were always at a class by 9. It was fun. And
You know
remember,
what I think we should do?
It was a whole year, so it was a two semester. It was a two semester, and the class stayed together. So we had the same people in the second class as first class, because you had to go through both classes in order to get full credit.
Here's what I think we should do. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next week, if we got time during the week,
Mm-hmm.
we make up our own top 20, top 15.
We're gonna have to sit and sift through some movies, though.
And compare it, not together, but compare each other's lists. You know?
Oh, you do your top 20, I'll do my top 20.
Yeah.
That might be a good
because
idea.
Looking at that list that we have from the Rotten Tomatoes, a movie I think should be in the top 10 isn't even on the damn list.
What movie do you think should be in the top 10?
Papillon.
What?
The Steve McQueen Papillon.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, they break out of the prison and they meet the lepers.
Well, if you're talking in terms of that, then the French Connection should be in here too.
Yeah.
Where the hell is the French Connection? Let's see if it's even on this list. Because we skipped through a lot. Let's see. Rear Window, that's a good movie. Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 2, what the hell? Give me a break.
Remember, Toy Story 1 was in there too.
Taxi Driver's number 39, what a joke. I like the movie Up. That made me sad.
Up?
Citizen Kane versus Nosferatu. Streetcar Named Desire, 12 Angry Men, Doctor Strangelove. Oh, that's a good movie too.
I like that it has the Philadelphia story in there. That was a good movie, and I think that's
Wow, they
it's
put
good.
Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, as number 64. Jeez.
Zootopia beat Star Wars. See what I mean? This list is bullshit.
It is kind of bullshit. The hell is up with this list, man? The French Connection isn't even on this list. They put Roman Holiday at number 83. That's one of the greatest movies of all time. It's number 83. What a joke.
Yeah.
On the Waterfront, they put On the Waterfront at 85. What a joke.
And the thing is, the list changed.
Did it?
Because La La Land was not on the list last time.
Oh my god, that movie's on this list?
It's taken a spot of 94.
What a
It was not
joke.
on the list.
Movies with 40 or more critic reviews vie for a place in history at Rotten Tomatoes. Ah, so it's basically reviewer driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's reviewer driven. So what they're basically saying, why don't you make an account, and you don't like the top movies of all time, you could change it by writing a review. This movie sucked. Why is it number 1 on the list?
I mean, look at the list. It's a Wonderful Life wasn't on there. Schindler's List, I don't think was on
Schindler's List should be on this list.
Psycho.
The original Psycho.
Yeah, originals, not the remake shit.
What else?
King Kong. I don't think that was on the list either.
No, King Kong's on here.
Oh, okay.
King Kong is number 27.
Or, let me see if it's on there first before.
Yo, 12 Years a Slave. Who saw that movie? It was very hard for me to sit through that movie. It was really, really hard for me to sit through.
Where the hell is Indiana Jones?
It's not even in here.
See? I don't like that list.
Yeah, I don't agree with part of this list. Part of this list is getting to me. It's annoying the hell out of me.
It's annoying the hell out of me that they put La La Land. It's a good movie, but it shouldn't be in
I haven't
that top
seen it.
100.
I don't even know. You saw it?
I saw parts of it. Yeah.
I saw the trailer. That's about it. Let's see, what else is on here? Argo? Argo? Come on. Are you kidding me?
That link is better.
What a joke. Let me see this one.
And you know what? The link I just gave you, the French Connection is on there.
Let me look at this. Let me see if this list might be maybe a little bit more accurate. Citizen Kane's at the top of this list. I don't like that. I don't like it.
I do.
That movie was boring. Shit.
But number
They don't have numbers.
what?
Oh yeah, they're the numbers.
Number 99 is tied for Guess Who's Coming Over to Dinner. I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, that's the movie with Sidney Poitier, where
Oh, okay.
he comes in as a. So the parents are Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Mm-hmm. And Sidney Poitier's dating their daughter. So that's the whole point. Guess who's coming to dinner?
Okay.
So it was really crazy at the time because the movie came out in the 60s, right in the midst of the civil rights movement.
Yeah, which if it's on there, it's a good movie. I mean, I haven't seen it, but it had a good principle for what it was, and especially at that time, it was groundbreaking. It was something that wasn't really done.
Mm-hmm. So the daughter's name was Catherine Hoden. All right, let me see who this actress is. She was born 1945. Okay, so that was the last movie. Well, no, that was the first movie she did. The last movie she did was The Last Airbender. Ooh, that was bad. That was a bad movie. Oh, she was in Kinsey. And Billy Bathgate, The Night We Never Met. Why do I feel like I've seen that movie? The Night We Never Met. I think I did see that movie. Let me take a look. Oh, I definitely saw that movie. I definitely saw that movie. Have you seen this movie?
Which one was it?
With Matthew Broderick and Annabella Sciorra. She was in The Sopranos. She was the one that hung herself. The Night We Never Met.
I have to look at the cover.
Okay. So basically, the whole premise of it was, so the main character Matthew Broderick has this apartment in the city. So he decides to rent out his apartment for a couple days a week. So he stays there 3 days a week. This one guy does this there 2 days a week, and the girl does another 2 days a week. So
okay, I haven't seen it.
If I'm right, yeah. Yeah, so anyway. Okay, so we're at the end of our show. Oh, I didn't realize how late it was. I'm sorry, guys. So next week, I think what we're going to do is we are going to talk about what we feel is our top 20 list. Maybe our top 25 we have time. But I think top 20 is a good amount, so it gives us enough time to talk about it and reasons for having our list up that way. I'm going to work on it this weekend.
It'll save time instead of having to... What's that movie? I've never seen that movie.
Born in East LA. Of course he would bring that up.
and
I actually like that movie.
Rich, if One Night in Paris or One Night in China is on your list, I'm quitting the show.
No, I'm talking about commercial, non-hardcore movies.
Okay.
All right, let's leave it to that. No only R, PG-13, PG or G. No NC-17 movies.
Well, that's not really fair.
All right, fine. NC-17.
Wasn't.
You know they re-rated Kids from 1990. Was it 1995? They re-rated it NC-17.
Which actually I think is a great movie. It was.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily always going to be hardcore.
Yeah.
You know.
No X-rated there. That's why.
No Cineflix. No Cineflix and no hardcore.
Because American Psycho was NC-17.
Oh well, they cut out some scenes for theatrical release though.
Yeah.
But in the DVD, yeah, you get to see the NC-17 version. All right, so we're out of here, guys. Obsolete and Reiner are up next. Let's take our picture.
Oh, yeah. You didn't realize it was that time.
Hold on a second. Let me push up my glasses. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Hang loose, because in about 5 minutes, Rhino and Obsolete are on for the political rant of the week. Well, I'll let you guys know I'm not going to be on Thursday this week, but I will be on tomorrow night, 8 to 10. So I'm going to be going on with LOV Wednesday, tomorrow night, 8 to 10, prior to Done Deal. So, because I have a prior engagement on Thursday, so I will not be around Thursday night. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care, guys. Peace.
Have a good night, everyone.